I'm Deb Haaland, and I pushed through law school as a single mom to become a champion for our schools and our kids.
You heard her. That is Representative-elect Deb Haaland from New Mexico. She will join Sharice Davids as the first 2 Native American women elected to Congress. And Representative-elect Haaland is joining us right now with a welcome to you, ma'am, and a big congratulations. I know it's probably a long, hard-fought race, but well done. But here's the deal. It took more than 2 centuries to have a Native American woman elected to Congress. So what does this milestone mean to you and your community?
Well, of course, it above all means that we have a strong voice in our politics. There are so many issues that Native Americans face. One of those I talked about for a long time on my campaign, missing and murdered Indigenous women. It's an epidemic in our country that needs some attention. And so I'd really like to just make sure that we're raising the issues that, that we need to make women across our country safe.
Yeah, is that the first issue you want to talk about and tackle, or is it perhaps the schools, which you mentioned in that advertisement that we saw?
Right. In my campaign, I campaigned a great deal on fighting climate change and moving our state of New Mexico to a renewable energy economy. We have 310 days of sun per year in New Mexico, and so it makes sense that we would work toward a 100% renewable energy. So that's a big issue for me and New Mexico. Health care for every New Mexican and every American is also something that's high on my list. So yes, all of those issues are definitely important. Public schools, early childhood education, missing and murdered Indigenous women, and of course, this election highlighted so many, you know, how far we have to go in ensuring that every single American has a right to vote that's unencumbered. We saw that in North Dakota, in Georgia, in Kansas. So I'd like to make sure that I'm bringing that issue to the forefront as well.
So clearly you have a lot of focus on your local constituents, but you're expanding certainly regarding the nation. And I'd like to know that how you feel about now the Democrats have subpoena power in the House. How far do you want to see your party go with respect to investigating the president?
Well, of course, we need to get to the bottom of everything that's happened. I tend to agree with Mr. Cummings that we have to be measured in some degree, but we really need as much information as possible. We have to get to the bottom of what the president is doing and has done. And of course, do not want to stop the Mueller investigation. I think that needs to move forward unencumbered.
Some of your fellow freshmen have signaled that the election, the voters, they want a changing of the guard in the House, and that means in leadership. And here's what Representative-elect Max Rose told me yesterday.
I ran forthrightly on not supporting her for the duration, for the entirety of my campaign. And then there seems to be this assumption now that because I got elected, I'm going to flip-flop. That's what's wrong with politics in this country. It should be assumed that I'm going to do what I say. I don't intend on breaking a promise that I made in my first couple of days as an elected official.
That was all relative to Nancy Pelosi. So, ma'am, do you support Nancy Pelosi? And what might you advise new House members like Max Rose to keep in mind when deciding whether or not to vote for her?
Sure. I mean, of course, I can't, you know, I don't have influence over anyone else, but I have stated all along that we won the House back. We need to make sure that we are navigating all of these issues extremely carefully. I have stated that I will support Leader Pelosi in her bid for Speaker of the House, and currently I haven't heard of anyone else stepping up to the plate to run. I think that she will do an excellent job. She is experienced, and of course knows how to keep Democrats unified. So, I mean, I think we will. I mean, we need to stick together on all of these issues and make sure that we're doing everything we can to for the American people.
Representative-elect Deb Haaland from New Mexico, best of luck, congratulations, and we'll keep an eye on you in Washington. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A new take on election night numbers and whether they teach a lesson about Trumpism. That's next.